At the dawn of the 19th century, France's armies were unstoppable, but often starving. Napoleon, a man obsessed with logistics, understood that no war could be won on an empty stomach. So in 1795, he did something unexpected. He offered a massive prize, 12,000 francs, to anyone who could invent a way to preserve food for his marching troops. The challenge attracted a most unlikely hero, Nicolas Appert, a Parisian confectioner with no military background, only a fascination with heat and glass. For years, Appert experimented obsessively, sealing food in glass bottles, boiling them, and waiting to see if rot would claim them. The idea was strange, even laughed at by others, but the results were undeniable. Stews, soups, vegetables, and even dairy stayed edible for months. He had unwittingly invented a process centuries ahead of germ theory, the precursor to modern canning. When Napoleon's officials saw Appert's preserved food survive long journeys, they were astonished. His invention won the prize, and the French military quickly adopted the method. But there was a twist: glass jars were fragile. So across the Channel, the British took the idea one step further. In 1810, Peter Durand patented a method using tin-plated iron cans instead of glass. By the time of the Crimean War and the American Civil War, canned food had become a strategic weapon. And yet, this revolution in preservation began not in a battlefield laboratory, but in the modest kitchen of a candy maker. Appert had no knowledge of microbes, no understanding of the exact science. But his hands, his patience, and his stubborn curiosity rewrote how the world stored food. His process saved lives, extended voyages, and eventually shaped industries. Today, canned goods line shelves from Paris to Peru, emergency kits to grocery stores, disaster zones to space stations. And few remember that it all started because one emperor knew his army couldn't fight on an empty belly. Sometimes the most powerful innovations are not forged in steel or fired from cannons, but simmered slowly in a kitchen, sealed tightly in glass, and marched into history, one preserved meal at a time.